Lifting up through your spine. If you need to shimmy your shoulders or anything just to make them feel relaxed, let your shoulders feel relaxed. And a gentle lift to the top of the head, as if there's a cord, like a silver cord, connecting to the top of your head and guiding you up, like a beam of light pulling you up. Sitting tall, but relaxed through your whole body. And we're working with this spring practice of detox and cleanse with twists, with powerful exhales and flushing prana. So we can do that in so many different ways. First of all, just notice, how is your prana? What does your energy feel like? First of all, notice, observe the energy of your body. Is it rajas, overstimulated, very active, feeling very strong, ready to go, 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 hoping we've got a really active, strong, sweaty practice? That's rajas. Is it tamas, hoping we're lying down on our back the whole session? Or is it sattvic, where you're just after something balancing? You're in the balanced frame of physical mode. And then notice your mind's energy. Feel your body and its connection to the outer space. Start to invite in the waves of energy that surround all living things, all of life. The matrix of energy that surrounds us all, like a web. And feel you're just a tiny little dot on the web. Put yourself into the flow of all those waves of energy surrounding you. Ooh. And then draw your palms together, center of the chest. Thumbs touch one another. The thumbs touch the breastbone. And take a deep breath in. Oh. Open and switch the cross of your legs. You can stay on your blocks. Other leg in front. Hands can go to knees or shins or ankles, and just flex your spine back and forwards with your breath. So you're inhaling as your spine goes forwards, exhaling as your spine goes back. Feel a pace that's nice for you. Doesn't matter whether it's fast or slow. Just let your body guide you. Let your mood right now guide you into the practice. So you're not forcing yourself to be in a state that isn't aligned with how you are right now. Align your movement with how you're feeling. Then move a little more deeply into that movement and fill the space more with your breath. Breathing a little fuller forwards and backwards. Couple more. Spine flexing, spine extending. Bring the spine to center. Take your feet to the floor in front. Now, if you're on blocks, come off your blocks, pop them to the side. Have your block, because you should all have picked up a purple block. Have that to the side. Did anyone not get one? Okay. Yeah, so just put that to the side of your mat. Okay, we're going to lean back slightly on the sit bones. Hold on to the back of your legs and lift your feet up. Hug the belly in. Keep holding the legs so you can use your hands as a light support as you transfer more and more strength into your belly. You can keep hold of the legs, or you can just float your arms in front and balance on your sit bones. Gaze steadily forwards. And anytime you need to watch me, that's absolutely fine. But otherwise, just see if you can be so much in your practice that you barely need to look away. from what you're doing in your own space. Find a drishti point, so your drishti becomes your gaze. Only if you're confused as to what you're doing, do you need to look around. Otherwise, nice steady gaze. Going to pop your feet to the floor and straighten your legs, Dandasana, hands by the sides of the hips. Press down into your flat hands. If you can't get your hands flat, make fists and press into the fists so that you're trying to elevate the sides of your body the best you can. Draw your toes up towards your chest and the shoulders back and down. Good. You're pressing into the floor just enough so that your arms are active. Shoulders are pressing down into the hands. 2 more breaths, gazing forwards. Finding that horizontal line for your gaze to follow. 1 more breath. Good. And then we want plenty of mat behind. So if your feet are way off the front of your mat, shift so that, if your feet are way back off your mat, like sitting way back here, shift forward so that you've got enough space behind. Lean back on your sit bones. As you roll back, you're going to cross your right ankle in front of your left. Hold the legs, roll up and straighten your legs in front. Hands go behind, push forwards towards your feet. So chest long, shoulders roll back and look beyond your feet rather than looking to the legs. Okay, same with the left ankle cross. So lean back on your sit bones, left ankle crosses, roll back, roll up, straighten your legs, fingers behind so you can push your long spine forwards. Right ankle crosses, roll, up, push forwards over your straight leg. Left ankle crosses, roll. When you come up, you uncross the legs so they're both flat, push forward. Inhale, exhale forwards. Inhale, exhale forwards. Keep going. Uncrossing the legs each time they land. So they cross and bend when you roll back and they uncross when they land on the floor. Good. They cross and bend as you roll back, and then they straighten out as you bend forwards. Yeah. So you lean back on the sit bones, then cross the legs and roll and up and straighten. They kind of lift, then cross, roll, straighten, land. Lift, cross, roll, straighten, land. Good, we'll do a couple more. 1 more time. And then stay sitting when you finish the one you're doing. Keep your right hand behind you, bend your right leg in, step your foot to the outside of the left knee and wrap your left arm around the right leg. Left arm around the right leg. Keep your right fingers on the floor so they can just walk around behind you as you twist. Gather the right leg and the left ribs closer together. Squeezing in at the belly a little bit. Go as deep as feels right for you. Good. From this twist, you can try now taking your left arm in front of your right leg and reaching down and maybe reaching across toward the inside of your foot. So arm on the outside of the leg, reaching down to the inside of your foot. Go on, you can do this. Around there. Foot a little bit further down. Foot a little bit further down that way. There you go. There you go. You got it. That's it, yeah. Okay, look forwards and then straighten that leg out in front. Good, other side. So left leg bends and then right arm around the left leg, walking the left fingertips behind. You can either stay there or you take your right arm to the outside of the left knee and reach down and maybe you can get your fingers to the foot, to the instep of your left foot. Otherwise, you just keep it as it was. That's a lot deeper alternative. As you turn, you're lifting the chest and you're turning your gaze all the way around behind you. Yeah, so your head turns with the twist. That's it. There you go. So sitting up. That's it. And turning, looking all the way back. Another couple of breaths there. Great, then come back to center, straighten that leg out. Bend your right leg in again. This time, drop onto your elbows and cross your right ankle onto your left knee for a figure 4 supported stretch in the right hip. Good, push the waist up a little, open into the chest. Okay, so if you're quite tight in your hips or sensitive in your knees, you keep the figure 4 as it is as you come onto your back. Otherwise, you can take your arms around the back of the left leg as you come onto your back, same position with the legs, maybe bringing that left leg in. So you get a deeper stretch in the right hip. Use your right elbow inside the right knee or thigh to press it wider. That's it. Chin slightly in, shoulders pressing down. When you take your left foot back down to the floor, take it wide on the mat. So the left foot lands wide on the mat, to the left side of the mat. Use your right ankle on its knee to drop the legs down to the right. So your right foot is pulling your left knee down toward the midline of the mat. Take your arms overhead loosely, let your arms relax behind you. If it's too much with your right ankle on your left knee, but then just take your foot off the knee. But essentially your knees have both fallen across toward the right side. Arms loosely relaxed behind you, getting nice and long down your left side. Relax the left side, allow it to stretch, allow it to lengthen. Take another couple of breaths, feeling down the hip flexors, front of the thigh. Good. When your legs come back up to center, uncross. Yeah, both feet to the floor. Arms come down by your side and reposition your bottom to the middle of the mat. Just let your knees rest together. Take a couple of nice deep belly breaths. So your hands are resting on your belly. Elbows are on the floor. Hands rest on your belly. And then feel your belly rise as you inhale. Feel your belly fall as you exhale. A couple more breaths like that. Belly rising into your hands as you inhale. Belly falling from your hands as you exhale. One more. Bring both knees towards your chest. Good. Cross one ankle in front of the other. Hold the thighs and roll on your spine. Straighten your legs in front as you come up. Fingers behind, lift. Good. This time as you press from behind and lengthen, take a little forward bend and hold it there. Shoulders roll back toward the fingers. Breastbone lifts and lengthen up through the sides of your neck so that the back of the ears feel like they're pulling away from the back of the shoulder blades. Good, Leanne. Chin in, back of the neck longer. That's it, yeah. 2 more breaths there. You're doing it right now, but I'm going to give you a little like that. So it comes from all the way from the hips. Okay, and then come up, left ankle crossing onto your right knee. Drop onto your elbows. Puff up the chest. So once more, that could be where you stay with your legs. When you come down onto your back, you don't have to bring the right leg in. But if you want to, then bring the right leg in as your hands go behind the back of the right leg. Left elbow can press the left knee wide. Keep both feet flexed. Feel the shoulders pressing wide to the end of the collarbones. Imagine your collarbones like a coat hanger. And rather than a child size 5 coat hanger, be a proper grown-up coat hanger, a really long one. So your shoulders widen. Good. When your right foot goes down to the mat, take it wide. Yeah, so it lands wide on the mat and your legs are going to fall to the left this time. So your left ankle pulls the legs across to the left, lowering your right knee toward the midline of the mat. I think you might have just dropped the other way on the other side here. So it goes there. Doesn't matter. There you go. That's it. Arms can go loosely overhead. Good. And relax down the right side, down your right thigh, heavy in the right knee. And just feel that stretching down the front of your right hip. You're fine. I'm going to give you a little bit of pressure there to try and get around that side. Does that feel okay? And then come back up to center, uncross the leg, go back into the bent knee, knocked knee position. Elbows on the floor, fingers rest on your belly. And again, 3 nice deep belly breaths. Breathing in through your nose, belly expands. Breathe out and let the belly fall. Breathe in, belly expands. Breathe out, belly falls. One more. Breathing through the nose. When you've completed that last exhale, roll onto your right side. Right. Okay, so push yourself up to sitting, facing this way, and we'll have the left leg crossed in front first. Left shin crossed in front of right shin. Good. Once you've got the left shin crossed in front, lean back and lift your legs. And then so at the moment, you might be crossed closer to your ankles. Try and cross closer to your knees. Yeah, so you've got more of the lower leg away from the cross of the shins. Yeah, and then lower your feet down so they're a bit wider on the mat. And then let your knees lower toward the feet. Sit on a block if your knees are really high or if it feels uncomfortable. You can always put the block underneath the outer knee if it's knee support you need. Great. Excellent. We're going to twist toward the back of your mat, placing your left hand on your right knee, looking over your back shoulder, sitting tall as you turn. Walking the back fingers round any amount you need to. Stay as you are. I'm just going to adjust your head slightly so chin goes down a little more. That's it. There you go. And then turn from there. That's it. Come back to center and take your left hand out to the side, right arm up and over, side bend. This time when your right hand goes down to the floor, we're not going to side bend to the right. Reach your right hand forwards on the mat, backwards on the mat. Take your left foot forwards on the mat so your left leg straightens out. Press into the flat left foot and lift. Straighten your right leg behind your left leg, side plank with your top arm over by your ear. Try and get the left foot flat to the floor and just be on the knife edge of the right foot behind it. But have your feet on the mat. So go back a bit. So that foot's just on the front of the mat and that foot's behind it. Yeah, that foot steps behind, further behind. There you go. That's it. 2 more breaths. Reach long and open out the top side. Maybe the hips lift a fraction higher. Keep that, but drop your right knee down to the floor. So right knee drops down to the floor. And then lift the left leg off the ground. Hold it there. Take your left arm straight up in the air and feel like you're almost doing half moon. If we had the right leg straight and we were standing on a straight right leg, you'd be in half moon posture. Then bend the left leg, catch hold of your foot, kick the foot back into your hand, roll back the shoulder. Hold a couple more breaths, rolling back the shoulder so that your chest opens, the hips press forward slightly. Okay, when your left leg extends back out, you're going to feel like the left leg trying to reach along the floor as you come all the way up, arms out to the side. Balancing on your right knee, left leg straight out to the side with the toes pointing forwards. That's it. Yep. Turn the left palm upwards on the left leg, right arm up to the sky, and then side bend over the left leg, palm facing up. Turn your gaze towards your top arm and look up to the palm, fingertips, fingers are straight, fingertips reaching long. Press into your right knee to get longer in your right side. Roll your ribs open so the right ribs roll back slightly. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, both knees together. Tuck your toes under and lift your knees off the floor, kneeling on your heels with the knees off the ground. So anyone whose knees don't like that, have your knees on the floor and come up to a high kneeling position if that's too deep a bend in your knees. Okay, and then squeeze your legs together. Even if the feet aren't together, squeeze your legs and try and feel like you're pulling yourself up. Take your arms out to the side, palms to the sky. Good, keep squeezing, almost like you're trying to push up. Take your palms together with very straight arms. Try and turn your triceps towards your face. And your thumbs are going to turn back more, little fingers pressing together. Palms together. Interlace your fingers, keep your arms straight up, press the palms up to the ceiling. Keep squeezing in at the legs, keep squeezing up and lifting your pelvic floor and your belly. Breathe. Hands straight down, straighten your legs, feet flat to the floor. Have a little bend in your knees as you bend forwards over your legs. Hold on to your opposite elbows and take a little swing side to side. Come back to center, lower down to sitting, and cross your right shin in front of your left shin. Right shin in front of left shin. Great, lean back a little bit on your sit bones. Cross a bit further, closer to your knees. Lower the edges of your feet down and let your knees lower so they should be close to your feet. Great, and then sit tall. And twist around the other way to the front end of your mat. Walking your left fingers round behind as you turn. You're all right in your knees, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, come back to center. Bring your feet towards me a bit more. And then over up that way, not your bottom, just your feet, and then feet that way. So your feet are going to try and get to my hands. Wriggle your feet towards my hands. Okay, good. Right, keep it like that now. Sit tall and turn. And another breath there. All the creases that you had in your neck a moment ago have lengthened out now. So it makes your neck less under strain. Back to center. Take your right hand to the floor, left arm up and over, side bend. Right hand to the floor, sorry, left arm up and over, right hand down, left arm up and over. Yeah. Push your hand into the ground so that your left sit bone stays grounded. And then when your left hand comes down, it's going to go back on the mat. And your right leg will straighten out kind of slightly forwards on the mat. Get the foot flat to the floor so you'll have a tiny bit of a bend in the knee. Yeah, and then lift a side plank. Pressing into your left hand, your right foot, and then straighten the bottom leg out so both legs are in side plank. Right foot is flat. You're on the edge of the left foot behind. Reach further over. For this side plank, we're going to take the arm up and overhead. Okay? Yeah. Kind of push the ribs upwards toward the sky. Go on, if you fine. Nice. Lower your left knee to the floor. Left knee goes down. Lift your right leg. Flex the foot, toes forwards. Again, this is similar to half moon balance, which we'll do later. Arms straight up in the air now. And reach round, catch hold of your foot. A few more breaths there. Press your hips forwards, roll your shoulder back up in your chest. Too much in the hand? Yeah. What about making a fist? Is it still not comfortable? Not as good an alternative? I'll think of something that you can put your hand on. Okay, then release that leg. And so as the right leg stretches to the bottom end of your mat, it's going to slide down your mat so it helps you to come up, arms out wide, Parigasana gate pose. Right hand palm upwards on the right leg, left arm up and over. Good. Turn your gaze to the left palm, push up through your left fingers. Good. Nice and long. As you press down into the left knee, let that length travel all the way up through your side. And take another breath there. Try and feel there's a reach right through to the fingertips. Every little piece of you that extends pulls on some other part. Inhale as you come back up. Exhale, knees together. Good. Tuck your toes under. We're going to try that balance one more time. Lifting your knees off the floor. If you struggle with that, then again, you can go down with your knees and come up to a high kneeling position. If you just lose your balance every now and then just knees might touch down. Take a moment, come back up again. Good. Squeeze. Feel the buoyancy of you. Take your arms out, palms up to the ceiling. Try and get your body right over your hips so you're not leaning forwards, and take your arms straight up slowly. Keep your balance. You're pushing through the balls of your feet and your toes. You're squeezing in at the lower belly. See if the elbows can straighten a bit more, like your upper arms are hugging the sides of your head. Interlace your fingers your less dominant way. Flip your palms, push up. Good. Make the legs work. They want to feel like, yeah, they're having to put a little bit of effort in here. Hands come down, straighten your legs out. feet hip distance. This time when you go forwards with the legs, palms on the calves, draw yourself in toward the legs, let your head go. And if your feet are off the mat, bring your feet back onto the mat. So you're going to walk your feet out wide. So if you put your fingers down in front of your feet and walk your feet out wide, like you're about to do a wide leg forward bend. Have your hands directly below your shoulders and make a flat back. Point the tailbone up a little higher. Shoulders away from your ears. Firm your legs, firm your knees. Turn your right toes out just a little bit. And then walk across with your fingers like a sideways walking crab. Walk your fingers along toward the right foot, bending the knee, bending the knee. That's it. Just keeping your torso facing forward still. So your torso is still facing this way towards me. Good, and then walk back to center, turn your right toes in, turn your left toes out about 45 degrees, walk your fingers along, still with your torso facing forwards. You don't need your torso to point to the foot, just have your torso facing forwards, sink into your hips. Nice, everyone, walk back to center again, turn both feet forwards, press to the outer edges of your feet, firm your legs, and bring your hands to your hips, flat back, elbows wide. Come up with an inhale. Turn your right foot out 90 degrees this time, so it's pointing to the back end of your mat. Turn your left heel a little wider, so heel is wider than your toes. Good, we're going to do hands on hips, triangle pose, both legs straight. Dip your right hip toward the right leg. Engage the right knee, so you might even micro bend the right knee. Keep dipping down, like your pelvis is a teapot and it's pouring the tea down your right leg. Keep your hands on your hips. Get longer and longer in your right side as you continue to go down toward the right leg. Keep the leg engaged. And on an inhale, come up. Turn your feet on the spot. So the left foot turns out. The right heel turns a bit wider. Inhale. Exhale, dip the left hip toward the left leg. Micro bend the knee if you need to. And keep dipping down so that you want to dip into the left hip crease but stay long in the left side. As you do that, tuck your left sit bone under slightly. So the left sit bone kind of trying to hug the right sit bone. Roll your top shoulder back a little. Bring your torso back a bit further. Inhale as you come up. We'll do it with arms this time. Turn your feet on the spot. Right foot toward the back of the mat. Dip down like your teapot. Okay, when you get down to that point that you got to earlier, let your right arm relax down. Palm faces forwards on the leg. Left arm up and look up toward the left arm. So actually Trikonasana, triangle pose, is a twist as well. So I want you to try and feel your torso trying to rotate toward the top arm. Belly button turning upwards, ribs turning upwards. Even though it feels like you're facing forwards, look for some rotation toward the ceiling. On your exhale, look down. On your inhale, come all the way up. Hands back to your hips, turn your feet on the spot. Good, and then dip. So again, you're going into the left hip crease, dipping down like the teapot. And then release your arm down. Top arm up, rotate, look up towards your palm or your thumb. Feel the left sit bone hugging under toward the right sit bone. Let your breath lengthen your left side as your right side turns upwards. This foot needs to turn fully. Otherwise, that knee doesn't turn, and then that centralizes your knee. Exhale, look down. Inhale, come up. So we're going to have half moon on this time. Turn your feet again. Right foot turns to the back of the mat. Left heel goes wide. Hands to hips. Dip down. Release your right arm. Keep your left hand on your hip. Look down. And you're going to jump your right hand forwards in line with your little toe, lifting the left leg. Flex the left foot like the sole of the foot is on the front wall of the room. Rotate the left hip and left ribs more toward the ceiling. Strengthen the left leg as it lifts. Yeah, hand on a block if you struggle to straighten your knee out. There we go. Take another breath. Good, you're going to jump the left foot back down to where it was and come all the way up. Hands back onto your hips. Turn your feet on the spot. Left foot turns out, right heel turns out. Dip the pelvis down to the left leg. Keep lengthening the left side of your waist. Release the left arm, look down. And then jump forward with your left hand, lift your right leg. Flex the sole of your foot. As the leg lifts, your knee turns forwards, your hip turns forwards, your chest turns forwards, everything turning toward the right wall of the room. Last inhale. Exhale, look down, and inhale, jump the back leg back to where it was. Turn both feet to point to the long edge of your mat, elbows wide, inhale. Okay, so feet are pointing forwards, exhale, bend forwards, flat back, fingers to the floor, lengthen your chest. And this time, walk your hands flat, walking them toward the gap between your feet. Taking Prasarita Padottanasana. Fingers are pointing forwards. Oh, okay. Sit down if you need to. It's a thing. It's not unusual. No. You want a drink? Okay. 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. And instead of coming all the way up, just walk your hands around to the left foot, pivot your feet round with you, and step to downward facing dog. Spread your fingers, draw the bones of your legs back, and then look up to the top of your mat and walk your feet up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow over your legs. Roll your spine up, vertebra by vertebra. Roll your shoulders down. Close your eyes as you feel your feet firmly planting down into the ground. Your chest moving with your breath. As your chest receives the breath, feel the ripple into the whole of your body. So not just the breath, the chest expanding and contracting, but the whole body expanding and contracting. So we're going to come into some breath, prana flushing and aura flushing. As we did last week, we're going to do these each week. So feet stay hip distance, eyes open. Inhale, arms forwards. Inhale, arms out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, a little bounce in the knees. In, and out. We'll go up first. In, out. Sniff, 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 out. Sniff, 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 out. Up, wide, forwards, out. Up, wide, forwards, out. Up, wide, forwards, out. Sniff, 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 powerful exhale. Sniff, 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 powerful exhale. 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4. Aura cleanse, inhale up. Exhale, swoosh. Inhale up. Exhale, swoosh. Deeper bend in the legs now as you swoosh going down. If you feel dizzy, keep your head up and just swoosh with a bounce in the knees without having your head go down. At your own pace, heavy and grounded in your feet. Get nice and fluid in the upper body movements. Powerful exhales. Whatever indulgences you've had over the weekend, or even if maybe you haven't indulged, but you've been a bit heavy, push it out, press out with the breath. 3 more. One more. Arms up. And then keep your feet down, arms down, and close your eyes again. And again, feel that expansion and contraction with your breath. This time, notice it's a bit more powerful. Maybe notice the slight tingle on your skin as the blood flows more powerfully around your body. Notice maybe you feel your body expanding more into the space around you, a fuller connection. Balance in your left leg, open your eyes, lift your right heel and turn your right knee out. Slide the foot up the inside of your left leg. You can help it with your hand if you like. Press the foot against the leg, either calf or thigh. Try and avoid your heel pushing on your knee. Take your arms straight out to the side, palms up like you did when we were kneeling. Good. Then straight arms come all the way up. Palms pressed together. Lengthen more, arms hugging the sides of your head. We don't always do it with our arms pressing in close, but really feel like you're a sharp pencil pointing straight up. Flip the palms, press the palms up to the ceiling. Feel the palms pushing upwards, the sole of the foot pushing downwards, and everything in between stable. Cactus arms, lift your knee in front, twist to the right, so your left hand's going to hold the right knee. Your right arm and right chest turns further round as you balance. The right thigh bone pressing, left thigh bone pressing back in the left leg. Come back to center, keep the balance, and then return with control to the floor. Close your eyes. Notice the difference in feeling from your balanced side to the non-balanced side. Transfer the grounding into your right leg. Open your eyes and lift the left heel. Turn your left leg out, foot up the inside of the leg, tree pose. Or we're going to call it pencil pose tonight. So arms out to the sides, palms up. As your arms lift, very straight, keep going until the palms touch. Keep squeezing the elbows toward the sides of your head, pressing your little fingers together more. Nice, interlace the fingers, your less dominant way, flip the palms, push the palms up. Good, keep pushing up. Feel like you've got a door frame above you that you're pressing your hands against. So if you've ever tried doing that before, you'll notice how easy it is to balance. Try it when you get home, maybe. And imagine it now in your mind. Arms go to cactus shape, knee in front. Twist to the left, so your right hand comes onto your left knee. Keep turning the ribs round, but keep the hips facing forwards. So your left hip will be pressing forwards toward the left knee. As your bent cactus arm pushes back, it carries with it the ribs. Don't worry if you've straightened your arm, that's fine as well. Come back to center. And then return back down to the floor with control. If you're back on your mat, come forwards a little. Feet are hip distance apart. Arms lift up, inhale, press the palms together, let your head go back. Exhale, bow forwards, hands toward the floor. Flat back, inhale. Step your right leg back, warrior one, turn your heel to the floor, press the back heel down and then come out with your arms out wide. Yeah, press to the outer edge of the back heel and roll your hip forwards. For warrior one, we want the hips to face forwards, arms just straight out to the side towards your neighbour. Yeah, just like we've done in the other poses. Roll your right hip forwards, that's it. Keep the left knee bent. Palms lift up. This time as your arms touch, can you look up? If there's any issue in your neck, then just keep your head between the arms. Keep bending into your front knee and pressing to the outer edge of the back heel. Back leg straight, front knee bent. 2. Hold the belly in. 1. Inhale, arms out to the side. And then interlace your hands behind your back. Turn your chest toward the right corner of the mat and bow toward the right corner of the mat, lifting your arms up behind you. Shoulder might come inside your bent left knee. Either look down to the right corner or look back to the back left corner of the mat, maybe. Can you take your right hand to the floor, left arm in the air, lift the back heel as you come into a twisted lunge. Wriggle the back foot back a little further so you get longer in your lunge. Squeezing the left leg and your right ribs toward one another. Open your arm span from the center of your chest so it becomes a chest opener as well as a twist. Last inhale. Good. Then we're going to take the left foot down the edge of the mat for a side plank, wriggling the left foot down the edge of the mat, stepping the left foot either in front of your right foot or on top of your right foot. Left arm stays in the air, facing the big window. That feels a little strong. You can take the bottom knee to the floor. This time your arm is straight up in the air and your hips are squeezing up away from the ground, squeezing into the right side of your waist, pressing the right ribs up. Downward facing dog, both hands down, hips high. If you want to take the next 3 breaths in child's pose, drop the knees to child's pose. 2. And 1. Those people in child's pose, stay there. People in downward dog, drop your knees down to the ground. That's it. Untuck your toes so your feet are pointed and work your way back towards kneeling, and then keep walking your hands back. Fingertips touch the floor behind. Abby, stay high kneeling and put your hands on the back of your hips. Okay, so when your fingers are behind you, you're then going to try and press your hips away from your heels and open up the front of your chest. Yeah, fingers on the floor behind and then hips away from your heels. 2. And 1. Lower your hips down. This time, can you do downward dog with the thumbs connected? Look between the gap of your legs. Press your arms long. When you look forwards to your hands, you're going to step or hop outside your hands. So bend your knees and then step or hop outside your hands, Malasana squat. Drop your bottom down, elbows inside the knees. Good, lift up through the chest. Good, we've got the legs wide and we're going to have that same buoyancy, press through the legs, and some of you can push all the way up. Some of you might have to put your hands down to the floor, but can you end up standing? Press through your legs and lift. Good, and bring your feet back to hip distance apart. So looking down, checking you've not got too much mat in front of you so that you've got space to step back. Asia, come forwards, come forwards, come forwards. Yeah, good. Feet at hip distance, narrower. Inhale, arms lift, look up. Exhale, bow forwards. Inhale, flat back. Step your left leg back for warrior 1. Turn the heel into the mat. And then swoop your arms wide to begin with. Reach your arms wide like the left arm is guiding the left hip to line with it. Yeah, when your left arm reaches out wide, feel the left hip pulling forwards. Then palms up together, let your head go back, look up towards your thumbs. Hug the belly up and in. Sense your front bent knee is following your front toes. Bend a tiny bit more, that's it. Keep pressing to the outer edge of your back heel. And keep rolling the left hip forwards and the right hip back. If you turn that back foot round a bit more, that's it. And then bend. There you go. And that brings that hip round a bit more. That's it. Yeah, great. As your arms come out wide, take them behind. Interlace your less dominant way. Bow toward the left corner of your mat, arms up behind you. You either look toward the left corner of your mat or look toward the back right corner of your mat. Now, when the left hand comes down to the floor, the right arm stays in the air. Lift the left heels, twisting into a lunge. The right hip will swing out to the side if you let it, so squeeze your right hip in. Just let your back heel lift, Haley. That's it. And wriggle that back leg back a bit further. Keep going. Keep going. Right to the bottom end of your mat. That's it. And then you can bend this knee a little bit deeper. That's it. Yeah. Again, twisting so that the chest opens into the twist. Then we're going to try and wriggle the right foot down the edge of the mat into side plank, staying on your left hand. Both legs straighten out, or you can drop one knee to the floor. Any version of side plank that you're familiar with. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And then downward facing dog. Again, take child's pose if you want 3 breaths more restful in child's pose. 2. 1. Lower your knees to the floor. Walk your way back again towards kneeling. This time, have your toes tucked with your knees on the ground. Have your knees and your feet about hip distance apart, so there's a little gap between your knees. Put your fingers on your heels rather than the floor. And then try and lift your hips with your fingers on your heels, sending your hips forwards, shoulders roll back, chest or breastbone lifting. It's not head back pose, it's chest up. So we want to feel the back bend is in the spine more than just the head dropping. For those of you who are deep in the back bend, the head can go back, but that's kind of the last bit that goes. And last breath, then go into child's pose. Let me give you an alternative for this because we do this one quite a bit. So you put your hands on the blocks to the side there. Okay. And then just press down into the blocks and lift from there. Does that feel okay? Does that feel a bit better? Yeah. Gives you a bit more space for your shoulders as well. Even though the blocks are a little wobbly. Nice. And then down into child's pose. Arms can relax wherever you want them to be, in front, by your side, wherever feels nice. And then just this last time, thumbs together in downward dog, so we can transition back to sitting. So downward dog with your thumbs together. Your arms stay straight. Yeah. Look forwards. Your legs can bend so they become like a spring. And tell yourself, my feet are going to land outside my hands. Take a hop and aim your feet to that point. Lower your bottom. And if from there you can land your bottom to the floor without your arms, go without your arms. If you want to put your hands behind you, put your hands behind to land. End up with your legs straight out in front. Hands to the floor, Dandasana, sit tall. Fingers press, palms pressing down. Fingers are an alternative, fists are an alternative, but be long. Long in your legs, long in your spine, shoulders back. Think of the long coat hanger across the front of your chest. Steady, calm gaze. Okay, if you've got a belt, grab a belt, put it around your feet. If you don't have a belt, then you should be able to hold onto your feet. Otherwise, you need to pick one up when you come to class. Okay, holding onto the balls of your feet. Pull on the balls of the feet, get long in your spine. And draw forwards, Paschimottanasana. First, the waist draws toward the legs. Then the chest draws toward the legs. There's a feeling of length in your spine. We're not looking to round the back. So just pull enough on the feet that it gets you to be able to lengthen your back, hold the belt, and I want you to be able to draw longer in your spine. That's it. And then straighten your legs. Okay, without this. So you need your arms to be straighter and lift. Let me hold your head second and pull you long. That's it. So then you don't round so much in the back. That's it. Good. So you're going to try and pull against the belt to get longer and longer. That's it. And that should still be stretching out the back of your legs, is it? Yeah. Good. And you can actually come further forwards. Go for the outside edges of your feet. And you can go a little more down. 3. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, lengthen, look over the feet. And exhale up to sitting. Come down onto your back, putting the soles of your feet together, knees open, elbows on the ground, and rest your hands on your belly. Let your belly rise and fall with your breath. When your belly falls, let the inner thighs fall wider. By having the legs open, it brings space into the front of the pelvic bowl. On your inhale, bring your knees together and your feet wide. So the opposite to what you're doing, knees together and the feet walk wide. Yeah, so knock-kneed position. And again, go into that breath. This time it opens and broadens the back of the pelvis. Let your belly rise and fall with ease, dropping softness into the hip joints and into your lower abdomen. And then taking happy baby pose, the knees come towards the shoulders, hands inside the legs, but catching the outside edge of your feet, soles of the feet toward the ceiling. Some people like to rock a little in happy baby pose. So if that feels nice for you, rock a little. If you prefer just to hold it still, which is my preference, then just hold it steady. And then feet down to the floor. Grab the purple block you've got, put it underneath your bottom and take a full body extension with the block under your bottom. Legs can straighten. If it's not comfortable to straighten your legs, then have them bent or take the block out. Block should feel like it's behind the back front bony points of your pelvis. So it's almost like it's pressing those 2 points as the highest points, roughly there, or where it feels comfortable. Relax there. Let your legs be heavy. Let the feet flop. Elbow joints relax. Let all the forward action of life be released. All that forward tension. And then slide one foot in flat, followed by the other, moving the block out and pausing with your bottom down on the floor. Before Shavasana, you might want to give your knees a quick hug to the chest just to stretch the lower back out. When you come into Shavasana, then make sure you're warm enough and comfortable. Legs fall freely. Forget about the sides of your mat. Fall wherever you want to. Spill off the edges of your mat if you wish. So for the next few minutes, if you want to, now that we've got quite a bit of light outside, if you want a lavender eye pillow, put one hand on your tummy and I'll just drop it off on you as I come along. A nice deep breath in. Relaxing breath out. When you're ready to, you can bend your legs in. And rolling to your right side and pausing there, giving your head a little support to rest on. Knees slightly curled up. It's nice and soothing for your back. And as you make your way up to sitting, hands can rest on the legs. Sit on a block if you need to. Have your legs in either Siddhasana, which is where the heels come in, or Sukhasana, the one we did earlier, where the shins cross further away, or kneel, or sit with your legs straight in front. Anyway, so your spine is tall. We're just going to do short Shushumna flush with the breath before we chant Om. So this will bring even more capacity into the lungs. So first of all, I want you to inhale as if you're pulling energy up through your spine from your root to your crown. And exhale as if you're pushing the energy and the breath back down through your spine. So inhale like you're pulling from the earth where you sit right up through the center of your body to the crown. And exhale, pulling from the sky above, down through your crown, back down to the earth, straight down a straight central channel in your body. Inhale, it pulls up. Exhale, it presses back down. You're flushing the prana through Shushumna. Shushumna is the central highway, like a motorway of energy that moves as a meeting point for all the nadis in your body. Nadis are like the smaller passageways of energy. And along Shushumna are the 7 or 8 main chakra connections. So we're flushing the energy up through that central point from root to crown. Behind your closed eyes, imagine you can see it moving. Like you can see the power, the force, the will within you to pull it up with an inhale and to flush it back down as you exhale. One more round. Then just bring the energy to the center of your heart and pause with it there, breathing normally. Your attention sitting in the center of your heart, like there's a little seat, comfortable, waiting for your attention to rest there. Your attention resting in the seat of your heart. Watching everything from that best viewpoint right in the center, able to see all around within you and the surrounding space around you, able to connect with the subtle energy that expands within and around. Now we're going to do the opposite with the breath. As you inhale, I'd like you to feel like you're pulling down from your crown to your root. And as you exhale, pushing it back up again. Inhale like you're pulling it down. And exhale like you're pushing it back up. All the breath is through your nose. Such a cleansing, clearing breath. So much power in our intention. Use the power of your intention with this to move the prana where you desire it to be shifted. Inhale, pulling down. Exhale, pressing back up. You might even visualize that this prana pull or the breath you're pulling and moving has a light to it. So you can maybe visualize it as a light pulling down and a light pulling back up again. And then once more, when you pass the center of your chest with your inhale, pause there. And as you exhale, imagine you're sitting your mind's attention into the seat of your heart. And from that viewpoint, watch everything pulsate, the life of you becoming stronger. Prana is often termed as your life's force, the life force within you. We're strengthening the life force. A life force can get unruly and knotted and clogged, or we can do practices which help it flow with more ease, and then it can magnify and attract. So we're affecting not just our practice, but also what happens to us outside of the mat. Yeah, let's bring the palms together, thumbs to the center of your chest. Taking a long Om, deep breath in. Oh. Thank you so much, everyone. Namaste. Lovely. Thank you. Have a great week, everyone. I'll see you next Monday. Oh, next Monday is bank holiday. So I won't see you next Monday. I'll see you the Monday after.